I've got to admit, I don't even know where to start with this one. Fantasy Island stars Michael Pena trying to act but not allowed to, plus a laundry list of people who are less likable than the neighborhood psychopath after he drowned a puppy. They are all welcome to Fantasy Island, where their deepest desires will be fulfilled. So presumably there will be CEOs tied up in basements by a dominatrix and forced to listen to Amy Schumer's stand-up routine while being spoon-fed Captain Crunch. Instead, we get some reasonable fantasies like Maggie Q getting the family she could have had, while others like the gay guy gets to be on the bottom of an 11-way and not end up like Freddie Mercury. His brother got to have an incredible night with a beautiful woman where they stay up all night and have an amazing and intense crying session because he can't get over his ex. However, something is wrong and all the guests on the island are in danger and they must fight together to survive and solve the mystery of who wants them dead. Credit where credit is due, the idea behind the island is interesting. You go there, have a holiday, set the dwarf on fire, and then learn your life lesson about how that was a bad thing or something. This is a remake of a TV series after all, because everything is a fucking remake nowadays. So the first half of the film is at least tolerable based on the lesson, be careful what you wish for. Then Blumhouse kicks into gear and the awful horror creeps up on us like we're trying to go to sleep but your body is telling you there's someone next to you. Well, in truth, the horror starts creeping a literal 10 to 15 minutes into the movie when Morgan Moonscar starts haunting everyone. Shortly after that, all their fantasies start going sideways when bullets start whizzing by and everyone realizes these aren't blanks and all the extras start dropping dead like Brandon Lee. How are these fantasies set up? I have no idea what is or isn't real. So what are the stakes? Most people act as though they are real, at least until they turn into zombie killing machines. I get the island is explained to be magical in nature due to this weird crystal thing that looks like the mirror of Erised was made from it, and I understand this allows you to live out your deepest fantasy. Alright, but why is there a clause stating live your fantasy until it reaches its organic conclusion? This rule clashes with the occurrences of the film. Are the guests not allowed to fight back? If people are meant to die because of someone's fantasy, then why are people not just being offed left and right? Could it be that the firearms in this movie are like Sci-Fi Channel originals? There are soldiers that fire their M16s as semi-automatic rather than burst fire. These soldiers are supposed to be, from what I can recall at least, either the Vietnam or Korean Wars. However, the captain is said to die in Venezuela 27 years ago. The US wasn't even at war at that time. Did anyone expect Fantasy Island to be good? Blumhouse was tagged as the creators. What is a legitimate film that they have produced that isn't Get Out or Sinister? Exactly, there aren't any. The characters are forgettable, the rules are blown away like Alex Murphy, and by the last 30-minute mark, my fantasy was for the projector to spontaneously combust so I could go home and do something better with my life. Fantasy Island is yet another trash movie for a trash year in which the best film so far is the pretty delightful The Gentleman. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more weekly reviews, and I'll see you next week.